Hey everyone, this is going to be a video about my first grader's workbox. So I'm going to begin. Some of the things he's already started on. I had to wait for my other video to load, so you're going to see some stuff he's already done today. So this is his calendar. The only thing I've changed about him doing his calendar work is that I've added in the what is today in money. And we're doing this jar. It's a 365-day penny challenge. So pretty much for every day of the year, he will be putting a change in here. So like for today was 25, so he put in 25 cents. Tomorrow's 26, so he'll be putting in 26 cents, etc. until the year's over. And I'm letting him do this because whatever he collects is pretty much going to be his. He will count it on Friday and see how much is already in there. So I stuck it in here so that he doesn't forget to do that. So that's on his first thing. This is his spelling and his phonics drawer. For spelling, he's already done his game for today, which is just writing his words on the chalkboard. For phonics, he had to do a page from here, which it was the short U, and he would just color it. So that's what he did. I guess he didn't finish here, so I gotta get him to write it. He went through his Y sound page very fast, so he doesn't have to do this at all anymore. Tomorrow he will have to do the doubles sounds, which is the L, the Z, the F, the S. And then the next day is the SH. And the next day is the TH. And then, let's see if I can get it off. Sometimes I get stuck. The next day is the CH. For spelling, as I said, he already did his chalkboard. He also had a page from his workbook to do, and just to write a sentence with a couple of his words. He will have more page for the next day, a few from the comprehensive curriculum, another page for Wednesday, same thing over here, another page for Thursday, and then his quiz on Friday, and he will be doing a page from his spelling SpongeBob, which let me see what page it's going to be. Circle the word, the correct word from there, and he'll have to read the words down here. And these are depending on what he sees that is spelled correctly. So they're like pretty easy. It's just like type of game. He likes SpongeBob. So tomorrow he's going to be using his chalkboard, and he's going to write his words down, and then he's going to text it, and then he hits send. He likes to do that, so he'll be doing that. We're also going to play word bump. So the way he's going to play it, he's just going to pick a card, or I'm going to pick a card, and he'll have to spell it out, and if he spells it correctly, he'll write it down here. Once we have a full list, we'll play the word bump. And on Friday, he has Explode the Code Lesson 4 to do. And he also has the Spell for Your Life game. And the games that I have in here, he pretty much just picks what he wants to do daily. It's all up to him. And then he also has Spell Up. So pretty much he just grabs a word, spells it, and gets to go up the ladder and then down the ladder until he gets home. So that is it for this drawer. His next drawer is writing. So for writing, he picked already for today. He's already done it. So he picked to do a frog, and he just writes down whatever it says in the book. So I'm giving him the choice in writing if he wants to do the draw right now or a journal prompt. So he picked that, so he has a few journal prompts in here in case he wants to do that. Other than that, he does his 180 days of writing. He did the health workers, he circled whatever pertained to them. And then today he has to take the little sentences that they made here, and he has to underline the topic, detail, and the closure, which is what he's learning now. I said today because I was on there. I am so sorry. That's for tomorrow. We usually move this to the next day. Sorry. And then Wednesday he will have to do circling the correct pronoun for each of the persons. And over here for Thursday, he has to practice writing each word at least 2 times. And then on Friday, he has to draw a picture to match what it says on the paragraph. He has to make sure that all his sentences have punctuation, capital letters, and spaces in between. So that's what he will be doing for the week. And that is it for writing. His next drawer is reading. So for reading, I put the worksheets from the comprehensive curriculum in here, so he's got to do a few of these. And as you can see, they're pretty easy for him to do. So I gave him a few of those. He did this today. He got too happy with his marker and kept going without me listening in when I was helping his brother. So I had to X those out because he did not say them correctly. So all the ones he got correct today are in blue. Tomorrow he uses a different color, etc. until the worksheet's done. He's read a story from here for today. He doesn't have to do this until Wednesday or Friday. And he still has to do a reading comprehension and skills for today. He's still in this drawer. For Tuesday, he has another worksheets again. Wednesday, he will be doing a worksheet from here, and Thursday and Friday as well. And then he also has a story to pick, so from his pick on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's either There is a Bird on Your Head or Learn to Share. And what he'll be doing with the books that he does read, he's going to be doing a sequence chart. And it's just to teach him, you know, to pay attention to the story, what happens first, next, etc. Plus give him ideas on how to write sentences when he does do sentences, because he has problems with that. So this is the drawer for reading. His next drawer is language arts or English, whatever you want to call it. He does first language lessons on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday, and we're just doing 1 lesson a day. He still has to get to that drawer. For today, he has worksheets to do, and these are workbooks that are from the state, so it's just the worksheets that I printed out. Actually, that's not the one from the state. This one's the one from that I actually found online. So these are the ones from the state, sorry. So I pretty much just made a Word document for each of the pages because we're not allowed to write on their workbooks, so I just printed them out. And he'll do one each day, as you can see. And then he'll do an easy peasy page and a workbook page from the comprehensive curriculum. And he does that from Monday through Friday. There's just different ones. He just grabs the folder and works on those. We also have a little poem for him to learn, which I found online, and I just put it on a popsicle stick. He likes to hold these for some reason. So he'll learn this, and it teaches him about the nouns and the verbs and things like that, so that he can pretty much know what a noun is and what a verb is. So, and then he will also be playing the file folder game. Where he takes his words, which are in here, and he just puts it where they belong, if it's a verb or a noun. This file folder came with pictures, as you can see, but I want him to do it with just the words, so I cut some words out a long time ago when he was in kindergarten and saved them, so now I have a use for them. So that is it for English. His next drawers is his electives, just the same as his brother does. He has the popsicle sticks with the clip art. little square from the work boxes that I just put on here, depending on what he's going to do. For Monday, he's actually going to be doing music appreciation. I couldn't find the little tag yet. I don't know what he did with it, so that's why it's not on here. And this just has the website that he's going to go to, which is The Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra, and I learned about that one from my little Smarty Pants. On Tuesday, he has logic. So for logic, he's going to be learning how to tie his shoes, and he'll be doing a workbook page from The Totally Brilliant World of Puzzles, and this is a really good book. So it's got like all kinds of puzzles for you to do and to work his mind, things like that. So he'll be doing that. Wednesday, he has poster center, and what I mean by poster center is that he will go to either posters that I have on the board, and I use these mainly for him right now. So that's what he'll be doing from there, and all he has to do from there is find objects and stamps that represent people, places, and things, and he has to, under it, put the name of the noun that they are. So that's for Wednesday for him. Thursday, he has Play-Doh, and he'll be working with the same thing that his brother's doing, which is rolling a snowman with Play-Doh. So he wanted to play with Play-Doh, so I gave him Play-Doh. Friday is his art day. So for art, he'll be using the fingerprint drawing book. And I got this on sale. So I'm pretty happy about that. It was only $3.98. So, and then he'll be doing the page on the pond. So since he's studying the pond in zoology, I'm going to have him do the animals from the pond. So that's it for his electives. His next drawer is zoology. So for zoology, we're doing the frog. We will be reading Frederick's story today, and he will be doing definitions for amphibian, hibernate, metamorphosis, gills, cold-blooded. He also has to draw a picture of Frederick the frog's habitat, answer where did he live when he was born and where did he live when he was an adult. Excuse me. Tuesday, he has to read How Do Tadpoles Become Frogs? And after we read that, he will be doing a little type of book on animal habitat, and he's just pretty much answering questions like where does the animal live, how has the animal adapted to its habitat coloring, you know, hibernating, heavy fur in winter, etc. And the last question, he only has 3 questions, is to write a description of the habitat. So like the weather, the noise, the colors, the other animals that live there. And then he has like some clip art that I cut for him and stuff like that for him to use on his book. Wednesday, he will be doing frog facts. So he has to find some frog facts and a frog report, which is the anatomy, the diet, the range, and the classification. On Wednesday, he's also doing labeling of a frog. So he will take this frog and he will paste it in here after he cuts it out. And then he has to label the nostril, the ear, the drums, the eyes, the feet, the legs, the vocal cords, etc. And then on Thursday, he's answering questions from the lily pads. So it says, what do frogs eat? Where do frogs live? When do frogs hunt? What kind of frogs... Oops, sorry. What kind of skin frogs have, etc. And the answers are here, but he has to choose which answer it is and write it down. And then he also has tadpole or frog, which he has the facts here, and he has to put them where they belong, if it belongs to a tadpole or a frog. And then on Friday, he will read frog or toad. And he will do kind of like a Venn diagram, whatever belongs to a frog, whatever belongs to a toad, and what they both have in common. And he will answer why do frogs sing, and the facts are in here. And who does a frog hunt, and who hunts a frog. So that is it for his zoology. His next drawer is his nature drawer. Because it snowed and I wanted to get it over with and stuff, we kind of started with nature, so he's already done what we were going to do today, and we built a snowman, but it's actually a snow duck. So I have left this page blank because when I develop the film, I'm going to actually put his picture there, and I will show you guys later. It was pretty cute. So his next day, I only do this about twice a week. So his next day, he's going to be studying about, of course, we're doing hibernation because of the frog, but he's going to learn about other animals they hibernate, and I picked the bear. So he'll learn about the bear, and then he's going to take this coloring page that I found on Google, and he's going to take cotton balls and give the bear the fur. And another thing that he is going to do is string some popcorn, and because he's going to learn how to feed the birds, and we're going to actually put the popcorn as a necklace for the snow duck that he made. Other than that, he's just learning about furs and other animals and how it protects them in the winter, etc., like that. And then on his last day of nature, he's just going to find some stamps and put it into the notebook page, and he's going to you know, like which ones have feathers, which ones have scales, fur, hair, and he's going to describe why they need the type of, you know, skin that they have. So that is it. That's what I have planned for nature. His next drawer is his history. So for today, he's going to be learning about making a choice by voting. So we'll read the chapter, and he'll do his work pages, which he has two here. And he's going to do a ballot on some titles of books that he has read. For Tuesday, he's going to be studying America's symbols. So he'll be doing the national symbols here, the White House, the flag. He will be learning the Star-Spangled Banner, and then his sister plays the viola, so she's got the viola for it, and we will be listening to her play it. And he'll be doing his own little flag on here and a crossword puzzle. And after that, it teaches him about fiction or nonfiction. That way he can actually read nonfiction books. So I found this, and we've gotten this for free. So we are going to read a picture book of George Washington, and he's going to actually use his stamps as well to try to find to see if we have a George Washington stamp. And if he does, he'll put some facts and stuff like that on a piece of paper. Let me try to turn the page first. Next day is portraits of good citizens. So he's going to learn about citizens and what a good citizen's responsibilities are or acts are, and he'll be doing a page on that. And then on Friday, he's doing rights and responsibilities, which is here, and good citizens chart, and he'll be reading from over here. And then he's going to read how communities honor their citizens, and this is where we'll stop because right then it starts the review and the test preparation for his test. So that will be it. And I will be using this as a review, which is the test preparation page. Other than that, for history, he'll be using the t-shirts that he used in kindergarten to put the days of the week in order because he's forgetting that. My son forgets a lot of stuff if he doesn't review it, so we review a lot. And then he's also going to be doing his month, because we're about to change months, so he'll be doing his months and abbreviations and things. And I made this file folder out of different worksheets that I just printed out for him online. So pretty much he has to choose. So he can choose to do 1, 2, or 3. So he chooses those, and they're abbreviations or, you know, the number, and then he has to say what month it is on there, which he'll just write it down. This tells him the seasons of the year. We'll talk about what season we're in when he finds the month. And then on this side, he just has to put the beginning letter to the months. And then these cards up here are all clip arts that he puts in order by month. And we start on the month that we're on. That way he, you know, can tell what's next and what was before, etc. He also has this, which is the month's length in order practice. So he gets to choose which one he wants to do from there. And then here he does the days of the week. And I have like little cards over here which has the months as well as the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So he'll put those there, or he'll write it down. And that's so far all I've put into this file. I still have another space. If I find something else, I'll add it. But anyways, that's his history. His next drawer is math. So for math, he's doing, that one's for Friday, sorry. He's doing a worksheet, and he does a worksheet from his state workbook. So he's doing one of those daily. And he's also doing his new facts cards. So instead of me writing them on index cards, I just printed them on colored paper and stuck them in here so he can just write them down. So he'll be doing this every day. He's got one page here and another page in the back. Another thing we do for this is that he not only has to know the facts that way, he also has to know, for instance, how can I tell you? Let me pick. Okay, let's say 5 plus 7 equals 12. So he has to know that 7 plus 3, sorry. He has to know 7 plus 3, and then he also has to know that that's equal, 10, and then that he adds 2 more and, gets 12. So, and I'm only doing that, I know it's Common Core and things like that, and it's the new math that they're teaching, but it's in case he ever wants to go to high school like my daughters did when they got to, like Alina started high school back in 11th grade. So it's just to teach them, the kind of math that they're teaching in public schools. I don't see anything wrong with it. Some people do, but it's my choice. So for my son, he will be learning both. So he's learning the old math and he's learning the new math, and I think that's okay. So anyways, other than that, I'm trying to build him. This will be for like Friday because it's something he's done. So I'm trying to build him. It's just before and just after toast is what I'm calling it, because it's pieces of toast. So I got this from his workbook, and I just printed out the problem sheet pretty much, and I'm just going to put it on here and then laminate it so that he can, I'll write a number here, and then he tells me the just before number and then just after number, and then over here he can put his answers down or whatever. So I'm still building this file folder, but just wanted to show it to you. So that's what he has as far as like worksheets goes. So let me show you his next drawer. Okay, his next drawer I have left for his math games. We do math games every day with math. So it's his choice what he wants to play. Some of them I add in anyways because I want him to do that. So like his cards, he'll be doing his cards. He does these daily until, I change his cards up. So things like that. So he'll be doing those. He's doing the count by file folder, which is just, I tell him what to count by, and he just writes those numbers down on here, and that is it. He's doing doubles hop and dice game, so he just pretty much rolls a dice. So he'll roll a dice, gives him a 5, so he has to cover 10. So he has to double his 5s. Kind of like doubles facts. So we'll be doing that one. He asked to play with his dominoes, so I pulled this one out. So he'll be doing some math with his dominoes. So he pretty much just puts his little dominoes there, puts his numbers, and figures out the math fact. Then we have the counting number cover-up. This was originally from My Little Smarty Pants. That's where I saw it first, and I made one that's erasable. So pretty much he just, if I erase it, let me see, yeah, as you can see it erases. So I pretty much just put whatever number and copy the numbers to his side, and then we just, my goodness, hold on a second because my boys are acting up. Okay, sorry about that. So anyways, what he's going to do is, like, this one's 10. So he'll grab his 10 sticks and he'll show me that he can make a 10. So then he gets to cover that one up. If he chooses, let's say 42. So he'll grab his 10 sticks and he'll make me 42. And he uses any type of counters for those, which we will be using these that I made, because I have made him a DIY base 10 set instead of buying one. So we'll be using our little pebbles for that. So he gets to pick whatever color he wants to be, and that's what we did. And if you're interested in knowing about the base 10 set that I made him, let me know and I will show it to you on a different video. So I got some printables and stuff like that, and then I just made the ones and things like that. It was pretty neat, and that's what we'll be using. Anyway, so that's how he'll play this file folder game. He also has his little bus in here that I write on, and he just puts his 10s on there. And then he also has pretty much these little cards that got printed out. Like, you know, if I make 94 with this, he has to know it's a 90 and a 4. And then he also has to do it with his 10 sticks as well as his wands. So those are like different games that we play. As you can see, I have like numbers printed out as well, to give him an idea if he wants to play on his own. So he has that. And he also has these towel numbers, and they go from like 1 through 100. I have them separated because my 4-year-old uses these as well. But they're like little 1-inch tiles that I made for the 100 board. And it's another file folder game we play. So, I mean, I have like a ton of things I still have to show you guys. So I have those, and he even has, as you can see, these. And there's also greater than, less than in there. There's addition, subtraction, multiplication, signs. So it's, as you can see, my baggie. So he uses those as well if he wants to use them for any of these games. To put them to tell me the answer, or I use them to say, hey, you need to make 25, so he has to figure it with his cards, etc. So anyways, those are the games I'll be playing for the week. I'm probably going to keep these games for a while until he learns his 10s, his 1s, and those math facts. So you'll be seeing this for a while. If you want anything, more explanation on any of these games, just let me know down below, and I will give you another video. So anyways, that's his workbox for the week. Thanks for watching.